Today, we're talking to Mattia Ozzello, SIA Chain Product Manager. Mattia, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, John. Thanks, INATBA, for the opportunity. It's a pleasure.
Mattia, tell us a little bit about SIA and the work that you're doing in the blockchain ecosystem.
Yep, SIA is the company that is a European leader in creation, design, and management of technology infrastructure for cards, merchant, digital payment services, and network and capital markets. So into the network department, we strongly believe in the power of DLT. So we developed our private infrastructure that is called SIA Chain, for which I'm the product manager. And our main goal is to deliver mission critical application to various actors in the market, such as public administration, corporate and financial institution and financial structures. In this sense, the main goal of SIA Chain is giving a mission critical infrastructure for resiliency, confidentiality and security of transactions that are going to happen on that infrastructure.
Great, interesting. Tell me, what do you think is the biggest obstacle to widespread mainstream adoption of blockchain and DLT technologies around the world?
Well, in the past few years, we were facing several challenges, such as guaranteeing, for example, the level playing field for all the actors that are part of a DLT solution or platform. You may imagine that it will involve a federation of entities that will have different technological readiness. So this was one of the main challenges. Also, imagine the complexity of delivering an end-to-end services for all these actors and building the technological know-how that is necessary for some use cases that involve blockchain and DLT. So all these aspects were covered by SIA and the way it looks at DLT technology at large. Probably the main challenge at the very end of the day, it would be security and regulatory assessment, for which we started a long time ago in working on that. But I see that 2020 seems very, very interesting in that sense.
So what specifically do you think that the blockchain ecosystem, and by that I mean commercial entities, governments, and academics, institutions, can do to help address and overcome these challenges?
Well, I think that the players in that market will need a common framework to which look at every time there is the need to apply blockchain technology. So as I mentioned, probably taxonomy, having the same way to name things, as well as receive standards, use standards for communication between protocols, and the regulatory assessment. In 2020, we saw several financial central institutions and public institutions delivering this kind of work, and so I see that 2021 will probably be a year in which we will leverage that assets that were delivered in 2020.
Where do you see the industry in, I don't know, 10 years?
Well, I think that in 10 years, the main goal of blockchain will be reducing frictions between the average Joe, the middleman, the man in the street that will use blockchain without knowing it. So in the same way that probably in the late 90s or the early 2000s, we moved from 50K modem to Facebook without knowing even that we are online because we are using our smartphone. So I see these 10 years that are ahead of us going in that direction. So not focusing too much on how the technology is implemented, but how users will benefit from that, right, in that new way.
Are there specific projects that you're excited about coming online in the next year or two?
Well, I really hope that blockchain technology will be able to deliver two main pillars that are the management of identity, either by using a SSID platform or implementing KYC, or even thinking about how the keys to access this kind of platform will be managed. And the other main topic, apart from identity, will be for sure decentralized finance and the way in which digital assets will be exchanged on a platform and giving value to that digital assets. In that sense, in the last few days, there were a lot of new information in that area related to asset-based token and e-money token. So I'm really excited to see those go in production and be deployed in the very short term.
Great. And are there specific projects that SIA is working on that you think will make a big difference?
Yeah, apart from delivering more use cases on SIA chain, which is infrastructure that can host multiple business network and blockchain technologies, of course, SIA is very interested in a very important topic that is SBDC, so central bank digital currency. In that sense, we started working on that, analyzing all the benefits and which kind of features this kind of new way of digital payments can be delivered to the man in the street. So our main goal is to explore the retail digital payments area using blockchain.
Great. Great. And so my final question, I guess, what role do you think, or do you see INATBA playing in the global blockchain ecosystem?
Well, I do think that INATBA can play a very important role, since it could be an innovation hub where people with different know-how, starting from technological to regulatory or any kind of know-how that can apply to blockchain, can gather, discuss about the urgent topics, emerging topics, and then provide a lot of information, even in public consultations, as it does in the past year.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Mattia. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your membership with INATBA.
Thank you, John, and thank you, INATBA, for the opportunity. See you again.
See you soon.